barbershop conversation, guys. So the WBC is going to mandate Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. Now the question is, will this fight ever happens, man? As we know, they stripped Sean Porter of his the B level WBC welterweight title, the silver, right? The silver championship, and they propelled Danny Garcia in front of him, which didn't make much sense to me because Danny Garcia only fought one title eliminator, and Sean Porter fought two title eliminators, albeit Andre Berto and the kid from Chicago, Adrian Granados, right? So now we got to move forward, and now it's time for us as boxing fans and media pundits starting putting pressure on the WBC, because I think the fighters wouldn't mind making this fight. Obviously, Sean Porter, he's been very vocal about it. Danny Garcia said he's game. So I think it's up to the WBC to mandate this fight. And by the time this fight happens, I would assume this fight would be late July. Late July, early August, which would give Keith Thurman enough time to be healthy. And if he doesn't have a fight scheduled by then, the WBC needs to vacate his belt and move forward. And so us boxing fans and fighters can move forward with what we got to do and what fighters got to do. Because at the end of the day, you guys may not fully grasp this, but Keith Thurman is in the way of everybody making a lot of money. It's the same thing with Floyd Mayweather. When Floyd Mayweather picked his opponent, then all the other pieces fall in place, because why wouldn't you want a shot at two titles? Or in the case of Floyd Mayweather, why wouldn't you want a shot at making your career payday? So everyone's sitting and waiting, hoping that they get chosen, right? Quote unquote chosen. No disrespect intended in that comment. But now it's time for us, as media, whether you cover actually at the fights or you're just a YouTube constituent. I think it's possible for us, similar to Canelo, Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, Golden Boy, and the way we built up Triple G. I was a strong proponent of Triple G at one time or another, and now it's time for us to make this fight. Suleiman should be on the hot seat. I don't really truly understand how he's conducting his business in terms of making the fights happen, because he has two big issues within the next 6 months. What is he going to do with Keith Thurman, and what is he going to do with Triple G, right? Because Triple G's #1 mandatory is Jamal Charlo, and that green belt takes precedence over, in terms of the public, the green belt takes precedence over the IBF and the WBA, and obviously the WBO. They're all relevant. And what are we going to do? Are we going to sit back and let politics as usual? I know we can get these fights. I genuinely believe we can get these fights. We just got to keep on putting this pressure. Because similar to the heavyweight division, once we get, I don't want to see Jarrell Miller. Actually, now I want to see Jarrell Miller fight Deontay Wilder, and I want to cover that fight. I think that will be fireworks up until Jarrell Miller gets knocked out on that Saturday night. And the same holds true with not Keith Thurman, but Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, especially if the dads come in play. If Angel Garcia and Kenny Porter, if we can get them excited about this fight, that will be a must-see fight. You know what I mean? So once we get Jarrell Miller out the way, I think it's clear, especially if Tyson Fury hasn't fought his get-back fight. I think we got something special brewing at the welterweight division, and I think we have something brewing at the heavyweight division. So let's get ready to rumble. After May 5th, everything is going to be a whole lot clear, a whole lot more clear in terms of where Triple G's at with Jamal Charlo. And obviously, media should be putting a lot of pressure on Jose Suleiman, because of he'll be at the fight Cinco de Mayo, and we'll have a lot more answers up until then. Hopefully we get them far before that, but we'll see. I mean, what's he gonna do with Deontay Wilder? Put Dominic Brazil in that spot? By no means does Dylan White deserve a shot before Jarrell Miller. Now I really want Jarrell Miller to be the WBC mandatory #1, because I would, man, God, I want to see him get knocked out by Deontay Wilder. And that's no disrespect in terms of Jarrell Miller. I know he's going to watch this video and see I'm taking a shot at him. I'm not taking a shot at him, but I don't respect him as a 100% man. I respect him in terms of his craft, in terms of him being entertainment on Saturday night and him working those 12 weeks camp for our entertainment. I absolutely respect that. But as a thorough man on the inside out, I don't respect him. You know, same thing with Oscar De La Hoya. I don't respect him. I'm looking forward to interviewing him. Hopefully he'll be at the fights on that big card we got coming up on the 21st. Ooh, man. The Hood is coming to Brooklyn August, that week of, excuse me, I always say August, April 21st. So, yeah, man. So that's where we're at. WBC got a lot of pressure from the heavyweight division to the welterweight division and to the middleweight division. WBC y'all got to put some work in, WBC. So the WBC is on the clock in terms of they got to make these 3 fights that we want. And they can thrust themselves before every belt if they mandate these fights. So anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.